beach on Coronado is the only place you get a warning these men are coming. They train here to become part of the elite, highly skilled team of Navy commandos known as SEALs. The name is derived from their ability to attack from sea, air, and land. That could mean anything from counterinsurgency and intelligence operations to destroying enemy ships. Students will undergo 25 weeks of physical, mental, and emotional strain, all key to the training of SEALs.
2, 3, 4.
I'm sure there are situations that they're going to face when employed that's going to be tougher than they had here. But we try to prepare them. We take them as close to the edge as we can with safety considerations to expose them to what they're going to encounter when they join the fleet and are employed.
The team's missions are classified, but we know that SEALs were sent in during the invasion of Grenada to see if the airfield and landing sites were suitable for the Rangers and Marines. In Beirut, SEALs have been used to seek out information and make geographical surveys, and special boat units have been deployed to the Persian Gulf. The teams work in small groups behind enemy lines with little or no support. They're always outgunned and outnumbered, so stealth and surprise are their most important weapons. So why would any sailor volunteer for a program sure to test every part of the human psyche? Charles McElfresh is an 11-year veteran of the Navy and the oldest man to ever go through the BUDS program.
It's extremely difficult, very, very challenging, and I think it offers the ultimate for any man that wants to achieve. They push you to the limits that you think you have, but you never really reach your full limits. Even in this training, I found that there's more than I ever thought I would have, and I still believe there's even more after that. Better be, because there's going to be some tough times.
Half the men who begin this program will drop out before graduation.
It's really tough to tell. A lot of times, some of the people that you thought would make it without a doubt end up bringing out or quitting earlier than how week. Other people that you think from the very beginning, there's no way he'll make it, he makes it through. It's just something that they have inside. It isn't something they can show from the outside.
Hey, you got some kind of problem?
Most of the dropouts come during the 6th week of the program. Tomorrow, we'll show you how the physical, emotional, and psychological pressure is turned up in Hell Week. This is the high-profile Navy, the power projected by a carrier battle force. And this is the low-profile Navy. A promotional tape shows a lightning hit against a simulated target. It conjures up a glamorous image of the Navy SEALs. But here in Coronado, that image is broken. At BUDS, basic underwater demolition SEAL training, the days are long and rigorous. Sailors tap every ounce of stamina, then go beyond that in hopes of making the teams. Here, SEALs are made and Rambos are broken. There's a saying here at BUDS, the only easy day was yesterday. Typically, the physical and psychological training goes on 16 hours a day, and it's not the Rambo types that make the grade.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15.
The day starts at 5 a.m. and often goes until midnight.
Hey, hey, around a boy, around.
The 5.5-mile ocean swim.
Go. Get with the pack.
The 14-mile run in the sand wearing boots.
Go.
The obstacle course, all designed to build confidence and teamwork. The teams work in small groups, and they can't afford casualties.
It's designed for teamwork. If you've got 7 individuals, which is your boat crew, to depend on, or your class, whatever evolution you're in, you have to pull together. There's going to be times when someone's not going to feel like mustering up the strength to do it, and it's up to us to pull him through it. Because another evolution, he might be stronger at something. So it all works together. Some are good at running, some are good at swimming, so you work on each other's strengths.
Come on, Louis.
At no time in the training is teamwork as important as it is in Hell Week.
Better start picking up your spirits and getting it cranked up, gentlemen. You're going into Hell Week.
The men take their level of stamina and endurance to new heights. They perform ocean missions and land drills around the clock, not sleeping for 5 days.
Teamwork, can't let your boat crew down. It's tough for me running around with the logs, but I can't let the boat crew down. They depend on me as much as I depend on them. If I let up, it hurts them. If they let up, it hurts me. And you have to keep pushing until everybody gets to the finish line.
The commander of the Naval Special Warfare Center, Thomas Lawson, says the purpose of Hell Week is to build confidence.
It is to make each student aware that wherever his limit is, it's much further than he could ever think it would be.
If we don't test ourselves to the limit now, how can we know that we can do it in combat?
Only a small number of Navy men volunteer for this training. Not all of those qualify, and fewer still make it to graduation. 50% are dropped or quit, but even quitting isn't easy. A student has to ring this bell 3 times in front of all of his other classmates. Then his helmet is placed at the base of the bell as a reminder of those who didn't make the grade. Tomorrow, graduation day for those who make the teams. While tourists and locals alike pursue a life of leisure at the Hotel del Coronado, a mile down the Strand are those pursuing a life far from leisurely and comfortable. They're training to become members of one of the most elite special warfare units in the world, the Navy SEALs. For 25 weeks, sailors will test every human limit in hopes of making the teams. But in order to make it, they have to be able to handle pressure, the physical pressure, the psychological pressure, the emotional pressure.
Okay, all the way over. Roll it over all the way.
Jeff Peace, a master's candidate in psychology at San Diego State, took part in a graduate research project with the Navy in 1987 to look into the stress put on these sailors and develop strategies to help them make it through.
There were so many stressors being placed on these guys that there was really, we felt overwhelmed. I know I did. I felt overwhelmed in what I could really do for these guys. We gave them some real, almost cookbook techniques to try to incorporate into their program.
Peace says just being in excellent physical condition isn't enough.
In a lot of the interviews we talked to these guys, some of them said, I just could not handle the cold. You know, you got to remember, a lot of these guys were in great shape. They were in great physical shape, which means a lot of them had low body fat percentages, which meant they could handle a lot of the physical demands as far as the running in sand and the obstacle course and you know, all the PT. I mean, some of the PT that, you know, they might have told you about, it was, you know, fairly intense in itself. But then to put them in the ocean was a whole nother demand placed on these guys that some of them couldn't handle.
Thomas Lawson, commanding officer of the Special Warfare Center.
There is pressure in BUDS training. There's pressure in BUDS training because there's pressure in the operational commands. There's pressure when you go to war.
Students at BUDS have access to counseling during their training here, but even that is not without pressure.
I think it was kind of a macho thing that you know, I don't want anybody to know that I'm over talking with those psychologists from San Diego State, because that's going to make me look, and if the instructor, one of the instructors finds out, it's, you know, he's going to put more pressure on me in Hell Week, and I think there was a real reluctance for them to utilize us.
No, you got a problem? No, sir. You better keep the boat off your head, you understand? Yeah, sir.
Captain Lawson says the confidence acquired here at Bud's training helps the men feel good about themselves, even if the dream of making the teams can't be fulfilled.
The fact that you didn't meet that isn't an individual personal thing, or at least it shouldn't be. We ask that they not perceive it as an individual disappointment. Learn from what happened here at Bud's training, but continue on in your Navy career if you transition to civilian life, and good luck to them.
The ones who do go on to make the teams discover they get to the top only to find another mountain, but it's a mountain most have waited their lives to climb.
No, we aren't superhuman, but they are exceptional. You have to be exceptional to go through the things they do.